earlier on what Manny Pacquiao needs to do to beat Keith one-time Thurman. And I broke it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Now I'm going to do the same thing for Keith Thurman. What Keith Thurman needs to do if you want to be victorious versus Manny Pacquiao coming July 20th. Like I said, got to break it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Of course, a lot of people have an emotional attachment to their fighter, to their, you know, being a fan and things of that nature. Sometimes they give an emotional prediction. But let's keep it technical. Let's have a technical breakdown. Let's keep it honest. Let's keep it open. Let's keep it unbiased, logically and objectively, so we can get a better understanding of what we want to see or what we might see transpire in July 20th. So, Manny Pacquiao, we already know he likes to brawl, and we already know that in his fights he does get a little bit frustrated. He does get a little bit bored. He feels a little bit unengaged when it comes to a fighter that's just want to box and do not want to engage into a brawl, do not want to engage into a toe-to-toe. And Manny Pacquiao usually, he lets his opponent know what's actually bothering him. You know, sometimes you can't wear, like in a relationship, dealing with a person, you just can't let them know how do you feel. You know, you can't wear your feelings out in your sleeve. And that's what Manny Pacquiao actually does. So, for Keith Thurman to first engage, and I said this in the Manny Pacquiao video, is Keith Thurman needs to, in the beginning, impose his will, impose his height, impose his weight, impose his power straight off the bat. So, because it has been working for Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is undefeated, so it's been working for Keith Thurman for a while. So why change it now? The only way he's changed it if Manny Pacquiao make an adjustment and Keith Thurman feels the respect, the power respect, what Manny Pacquiao brings to the table. So first, of course, you got to do what keeps working for you until somebody make you adjust. So for Keith Thurman, he needs to come out strong. He needs to come out with the pressure like he does in a lot of his, in almost all his fights. Test his opponent with power and things of that nature. But Manny Pacquiao is just not like other fighters. Manny Pacquiao throws these combinations that is a rare breed, of course, in the world of boxing and the history of boxing. So Keith Thurman really got to watch out that when he does go in to pressure the fighter, to impose his will, impose his power, he got to understand that he's also wide. And of course, boxers know when you want to go toe to toe and you want to go, you know, with the pressure, you're going to leave yourself open. You're going to leave yourself vulnerable. You're going to leave yourself at risk. Those are the risk takers, the one that likes to slug and brawl. Keith Thurman is willing to brawl and slug, but also he's willing to box too. So of course, in the beginning, you want to impose your power. Manny Pacquiao, see what he does, see if he's overwhelmed. So impose your power in the first round. For Keith Thurman, of course, he got a little fighter. Not a little fighter, but of course, you know, he's shorter than Keith Thurman by 2 inches. Keith Thurman knows that he got the reach. Keith Thurman knows he got the weight, and Keith Thurman knows he got the height. So of course, it's controlling the distance. And how do you control the distance? Of course, Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman both got great footwork. So you got to have leverage in those punches, and you got to stay within your height. Do not go into Manny Pacquiao's height, where do not adjust to the strength of Manny Pacquiao. Now, Manny Pacquiao he throws a lot of combinations. He wastes his punches in those combinations, probably to set you up. He could throw 5 to 6 or 7 combinations and hoping that 1 or 2 lands, and that's how Manny Pacquiao works. With Keith Thurman, he needs to also throw his combinations, but gotta be those combinations gotta be straight. Those combinations gotta be accurate, and those combinations gotta have the placement. Gotta have the right placement, so you can have Manny Pacquiao slow down or thinking. Now, of course, like I said in the beginning, Manny Pacquiao does not like somebody to box in a long period of time. He's willing to engage once in the middle of the ring. He's willing to engage when he's got you on the ropes. But at the end of the day, these are 2 fighters that do not clinch. So, that's one thing that also he can impose his weight on Manny Pacquiao, impose his weight. If you're looking for a 12-round bout, you got to impose your weight. You got to, you know, fatigue Manny Pacquiao. You know, so you're already big on him. Keith Thurman is not really too much of a clincher, but I believe that he needs to do a couple of times to keep Manny Pacquiao frustrated, to keep Manny Pacquiao, stopping him in his tracks, and let him reset time and time and time again. When you have Manny Pacquiao reset time and time and time and again, you're going to have Manny Pacquiao being frustrated. Not frustrated on the fighter, but actually frustrated on himself because he wants it so bad. Manny Pacquiao is a hyper fighter. And once you take that hypeness away from him, then it's like he's pacing himself. And that's what you want Manny Pacquiao. You want Manny Pacquiao to actually pace himself. You want Manny Pacquiao to actually think. You want Manny Pacquiao, those combinations that goes from 7 to 8 punches, to really limit himself to 3 combinations, 4, or maybe 2 combination punches that he usually throws. When he's, when he's set and he's in position. Keith Thurman, you gotta set traps. Manny Pacquiao does like to have he likes to come forward. You gotta set traps. So of course, like I said, he doesn't like boxing. Not boxing. Of course, Manny Pacquiao does like, boxing at the time, but he doesn't like doing it a long period of time. So you gotta show Manny Pacquiao what he does not like, but also switch it up at the same time. Now, also, of course, for orthodox and a southpaw, for orthodox fighter, the straight right hand is right there for the taking when he's fighting a southpaw. So of course, look out for the straight right hand. Of course, that's textbook boxing. Look out for the straight right. Go for the straight right hand. Connect with the straight right hand. And also, we've never seen too many people go with Manny Pacquiao's body. He has a very durable body. He has a durable fighter. You have to test him in certain ways. You got to make him adjust in certain things. So Manny Pacquiao, test him to Keith Thurman got to test Manny Pacquiao to the body. Just like I said in the other video, you got to test that. You got to test the core. You got to test the core. Bring Manny Pacquiao down, hands down, so he could connect, so the head could open up. Now, Manny Pacquiao is superior in feints. He's the master of feints. Keith Thurman, for me, in this generation, got the best feints in the welterweight division. Aside from Manny Pacquiao, he got a better feint work than Errol Spence. Got a better feint work than Dennis Garcia and Bud Crawford. He doesn't feint as much as Sean Porter, but he has effective feints where he sets you up. Now, like a guy like Sean Porter, he feints you to get into position so he can get into the inside. But Keith Thurman actually feints to bait you in a lot and set traps on you and things that show you a lot of looks. So in this fight, I think Keith Thurman needs to implement his jab more. Keep Manny Pacquiao at bay when you're trying to box. Like I said, use your range, use your speed, use your IQ, use your movement, and you got to look out. Also, got to look out for Keith Thurman. Also, got to look out for the straight right hand to the body, the straight left hand to the body as well. Manny Pacquiao has been superior over the last couple of fights. He has grown to really attack the body with straight punches and not looping punches, no hooks, but really just straight punches and things of that nature. Keith Thurman has to be patient enough to exchange with Manny Pacquiao and actually connect in between those Manny Pacquiao's combinations. You already know what's coming to you. He is going to throw 3 to 4 punches combination when he comes inside, whether to the body or to the head. Make him reach. That's why Keith Thurman is very good in the back foot. A lot of people got to understand that you might call it running, you might call it, oh, he's not going toe to toe. But Keith Thurman's strength and his accurate strength is when he's moving backwards, connecting with the 1-2 and the 2-3. He punches with the 2, and with the hook 3, he actually pulls back. He pulled that boom, and then he'll pull back instead of going 2-3 and go forward. So Manny Pacquiao, that's a good move because Manny Pacquiao usually comes as a forward fighter. He usually comes forward. So of course, Keith Thurman likes to throw that straight right hand, and then he'll back up with the left hook, and then he usually come back with an uppercut. Instead of bang, bang, and bang, or bang, or right hook, Keith Thurman, boom, likes to go into the core. That's what you're going to see in this fight. You're going to see Keith Thurman, straight right, going to go back with the hook, boom, and then he'll come forward with the uppercut, and then he'll pull back. You're gonna see that's gonna be good because the uppercut is gonna be one of his weapon of choices because the height of Manny Pacquiao, when he bends down, he's like this. Boom! If you put his hands up, the uppercut is there for the taking. So the uppercut is gonna be one of the most important punches for Keith Thurman when he's throwing those combinations. Now Keith Thurman just can't everybody's training for the 12-round bout. Keith Thurman has to throw more than 2 to 3 sets of punches. If Keith Thurman wants to win, and when he got some in trouble, he needs to go to the body. He has abandoned the body when he's in attack. He has abandoned the body when he got his opponent, you know, hurt. He needs to, you know, he's falling in love with the right hand. He's trying to knock your head off. Once he got you hurt, he's telegraphing his right hand. Telegraphing his right hand. I don't want Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman can't telegraph his right hand. Can't telegraph anything versus the Manny Pacquiao that's seen a lot of, you know, that's seen a lot of things. Now, what a lot of people really don't want to talk about also is the trainers. Now, I'm going to say it like this. I believe that Keith Thurman is going to be well prepared with Birmingham, because Birmingham, most of his fighters are southpaw. So he's going to be well prepared, and Keith Thurman has come up the grounds, he has been molded fighting southpaw. We're talking about Winky Wright, we're talking about Chad Dawson, we're talking about Jeff Lacey. All those guys knows how to fight in the southpaw position, and Keith Thurman has been sparring with southpaw fighters ever since he was 14, and I'm talking about elite. I'm talking about Hall of Fame fighters like Winky Wright. So trust me, you're not gonna see, and he's been practicing with wizards. You gotta understand who's in the, like I said at the beginning, I don't want to make a great prediction, because you really gotta see who's their sparring partner, who's in their corner, who's in their camp. And when you got a guy like Winky Wright that is a southpaw and a defensive southpaw, he's going to show you all the tricks and the trades to fight a southpaw and what he should see from Manny Pacquiao. I'm not saying that he's going to be just like Manny Pacquiao, because they're two different fighters. But a Winky Wright in your corner every day in your ear in camp, trust me, it pays a lot of dividends to what you need to do to be victorious July 20th. So, of course, Keith Thurman got to impose his power, impose his weight, clinch because he doesn't like to clinch, frustrate Manny Pacquiao, make him believe that it's going to be a boxing match, and when it's open, you got to take for the taking. Every punch has to have a snap of power. Every punch, you got to impose your power and make Manny Pacquiao think, you know what? I do not want to be here. And then when Manny Pacquiao feel like he needs to engage, of course, you got to step back, set the traps, and boom, and throws those big combinations, big accurate punches. Keith Thurman should throw a lot of combination in spots, but limit his punches, stay with the feint, of course, and with the jab, let the jab work for you. Keith Thurman is a good adjuster. He adjusts at the time, at the very timely. So I believe that, you know, Keith Thurman got a lot of things that could work for him when he boxes. Of course, he wants to end this in a spectacular fashion. I believe the way you end in this spectacular fashion is to go all out and take the risks. Take a risk that you feel like Manny Pacquiao is not willing to take that type of risk for a long period of time. So in the camp, you already see Keith Thurman got a couple of strength and conditioning coaches. He's really trying to get his body ready. He's really going to get his body prepared for a 12-round round, and a body prepared that's going to be that should be sustainable fighting a Manny Pacquiao. Now, so box Manny Pacquiao, you got to mix it up and show Manny Pacquiao show Manny Pacquiao that you're willing to brawl, but also give him what he does not like to see. So got to be a couple of adjustments, probably throw 3 to 4 adjustments, and keep Manny Pacquiao guessing. Keep Manny Pacquiao in the limit of 3 to 2 combination punches. You do not if he wants to throw 4 combination, you have to meet him and exchange punches. Remember, Manny Pacquiao is a high volume puncher. Maybe Keith Thurman needs to attack. Also, he needs to be the last one in every round, because of course it's going to be a fan-friendly fight. We already know the judges in Vegas, you already know how the judges in Vegas are. They sometimes go by the fans screaming and things of that nature. So Keith Thurman always got to be the last one. You cannot let Manny Pacquiao win those last 15 seconds of every round. Trust me, it hurts a lot of fighters. It will hurt you. It will hurt you, because he's the favorite. Maybe not in Las Vegas, but in the audience-wise, he is the favorite. So you really got to understand that you got to be the one that's starting the fight and actually ending the fight. You can't let those 15 seconds go to Manny Pacquiao, because that's what he likes to do. You got to look out for the last 30 seconds. Remember, these two guys know how to pace themselves at this point of their career. So it's all about pacing yourself, but have effective aggression. Keith Thurman has to impose effective aggression. He is younger. Put your weight on him. Got to do a little bit with Jeff Horn. Got to do a little bit of what Jeff Horn did. Got to do a little bit of what Mayweather did in clinching, but not too much of a clinch. Put your shoulders on them. Come back and throw those 2-3 punches. on him. So through pitch, impose him, make him go back. Manny Pacquiao, when's the last time you've seen him go back? He's not a great fighter when he's moving backwards. But Keith Thurman is a great fighter moving back when he's throwing those power punches. But when he's moving forward, he leaves himself open. He takes risk, and those are the times that he got to really look forward, stay down, because Manny Pacquiao is actually good in trying to test the core at this point of his career. He has been committed to the body. I don't believe that he's going to be committed in reaching with a jab unless it was a jab to the body. So with, you know, just like when he fought Carlos Quintana, Carlos Quintana was bending down. You got to remember, Manny Pacquiao is also going to bend down. He's going to bend down. He's going to boom, boom. You have to hit those uppercuts at the same time. Show him the right, show him the left hook, test him with the left hook. Boom. That uppercut is up for the taking. That's going to be the money punch for this fight. And the straight right hand. That's what we got to do. And then later on, I'm going to give you a whole prediction on what's going to happen on July 20th. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, hit the notification button. You already know, you're my boxing family. You already know. So let me know what you think. Like I said, it's not a disrespectful thing. Let's break this down biasedly, unbiasedly, logically, and objectively, so we know what to expect, and we know we could be excited watching a boxing fight with a legend, with a guy that's trying to become a legend. It's a good fight. Let's respect these fighters. So if one of them wins, they get their just due. We don't want to see Keith Thurman win and then, oh, because he beat a 40-year-old. Nah, let's not put that excuse. We want to show Keith Thurman the respect that he deserves with what he's accomplished in the welterweight division. So when Manny Pacquiao does beat him, he get his just due. Like I said in other videos, Keith Thurman is the #1 welterweight because of the things that he's accomplished, resume, unified the division, been there the longest, been ranked the longest. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. That's the realness. Keith Thurman is the #1 welterweight. So when Manny Pacquiao challenges the top welterweight, we got to give Manny Pacquiao his just due when he beats him. I don't want to hear, oh, but he got to not face Errol Spence because he's the top. Oh, he got to face Bud Crawford. No, let's keep it real. In the 147-pound division, Keith Thurman has been the guy. Forget about the layoff. He is back, and nobody did anything significantly in the welterweight division to put themselves in a position. We don't want to go with the biased ranking. We got to go with facts. Facts. Facts versus fiction. Fiction is going to lose. So you already know. Let's respect these fighters so they get their just due. Whoever wins, and move on with the career. Is Manny Pacquiao going to be is his legacy going to continue, or Keith Thurman is going to be passed the torch? But I'm going to say it like this: it's not going to be handed to him. So I'm not going to give who is going to win. I'm just letting you know the breakdown in the other video, like Manny Pacquiao, the breakdown what Keith Thurman needs to do, and then I'm going to give you the full prediction of who I think I'm going to win leading up to this fight.